Story number 4, though. Ubisoft suffers mixed results as Assassin's Creed Shadows hits 5 million players while Rainbow Six Siege X struggles. I forgot that game came out, Mike.
Yeah, but that's not a different game. It's an update to Rainbow Six.
It's Counter-Strike 2 to, updated engine. It's, it looks better or whatever. But I forgot it happened because I was pumped about going into it. I was pumped about like, oh, this could be this could be me. I'm always like, I don't want to hop in right now. I'm so behind, but like, it feels like an excuse to hop in
is the moment.
Fresh.
Yeah.
And we just totally missed it.
That would have been the moment.
This comes from Tom Phillips at IGN. Ubisoft has announced lower than expected results for its latest financial quarter and blamed the newly relaunched Rainbow Six Siege X. Just a straight up, we're blaming that shit. That's a great first sentence. Assassin's Creed Shadows, meanwhile, has continued to perform in line with expectations and recently passed 5 million unique players. Ubisoft has to date not provided an exact sales figure for the game, which is also offered as a part of its Ubisoft Plus subscription service. In a statement, Ubisoft boss Yves Guillemot described the quarter as featuring mixed results. Launched on June 10th, Rainbow Six Siege X saw Ubisoft's veteran team shooter essentially go free to play, with access to various modes and operators unlockable without the need for a premium edition. Separate to this, Ubisoft said it suffered from, quote, pricing exploit and prepaid currency cards that temporarily inflated virtual currency wallets. End quote.
Damn.
Something that's now been fixed.
Got him.
Today's new player figure for Assassin's Creed Shadows, meanwhile, sees the game continue to do what Ubisoft needs it to do, as players wait for Claws of Awaji, the game's first big expansion due at some point this fall. Quote, the first quarter delivered mixed results, Guillemot said. On the positive side, Assassin's Creed Shadows delivered on its expectations, with now more than 5 million unique players since its launch, and Rainbow Six Siege X received highly positive player feedback thanks to its renewed gameplay and enhanced features that drove significant player engagement growth. However, players spending in Rainbow Six Siege faced temporary but significant disruptions due to technical pricing issues, which have now been identified and addressed. Despite this one-off setback, the growth potential of the game is strong, with solid traction on activity and in-game spending.
Damn. Significant player engagement, enhanced features, but we fucked up with the money. We fucked up with the microtransactions, y'all. Damn it. I had y'all.
Really a tough thing to kind of overlook there. I mean, I'm happy about Rainbow Six Siege, or about Assassin's Creed Shadows being on par with what they were looking for, and it not, it's not kicking anybody's doors down, but 5 million unique players. I think we're in such a different day and age where 10 years ago, random fucking video game could sell 18 million copies.
Yeah.
Maybe 15 years ago, I'll say, right? When I think 10 years ago, it's like, oh shit, I was almost at Kind of Funny. You know what I mean? 10 years ago seems like a different lifetime ago. But you're not going to get those type of sales anymore with just bullshit random game X that sells 12 million out of nowhere. It was just a different era. I still think this is, in my opinion, below what I would expect for now.
It's a little bit of a double-edged sword, is right.
Yeah, it's definitely below what I was expecting them to be at. But for them to say, hey, Rainbow Six Siege X, disappointing us. Assassin's Creed Shadows, however, it's doing what we wanted to do. It's performing.
That's called better expectations.
Yeah.
Right. But the issue with the double-edged sword is like, it's great to hear that it was meeting expectations. I think they were hoping for Assassin's Creed Shadow, the big prestige title from Ubisoft, finally doing the samurai warrior that we've always wanted going to Japan. I thought they wanted to blow the doors off. I think we all wanted them to blow the doors off. And so, like, them being like, it met it. Yeah. It's like, okay, that means it was good enough. But, like, I think everybody secretly wanted that one to be the Ghost of Tsushima, where it's like, you just did it. You finally landed it, especially with Assassin's Creed over the past couple of years, where they've changed up the style, starting with Origins and onward, where they were like, hey, we really want to make this the one. We're going to figure it out. And then finally going to Japan and being that setting that the players wanted. Meeting is good, but not great and exceptional like I thought it would be.
Well, again, me talking about this, 10 years ago, I think games just sold better inherently because there was less to play. There was
a lot
less
to play.
There was no free to play games, right? And when we talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows, the story of it for me is this game was 10 years too late. This everybody wanted the samurai setting for over a decade.
That should have been when we were in like the Far Cry Primal days. What was the other one? Assassin's Creed Unity, Brotherhood, or whatever that other one with the friends. You know that. Yeah.
You launched Shadows in 2014. This thing's probably at 9 million by now. 10 million by now. And it's just a different day and age where you wait forever to do the samurai setting. And, the last Assassin's Creeds have sold well, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why we keep on getting a lot of them. But for Ghost of Tsushima to come out, Ghost of Tsushima since, this is just kind of estimated sales, but since 2020, over 13 million worldwide, super impressive stuff. We got that samurai open world game. It was awesome. I just don't know. I just think it was like too little too late.
Yes. As Red Hudson says in the live chat over on YouTube, it stole its thunder, right?
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima came out and it was better. It stole the market. It said, hey, we're going to elevate this of what the players and fans want. And then when you come out with Assassin's Creed Shadows and it's just more Assassin's Creed in the desired setting, that's not good enough.
And for Ghost to be a console exclusive,
Yeah.
Again, we'll see where these numbers are a year from now.
Of course.
Because, or I would say February, whenever, that the year anniversary of it, because I think Ubisoft games kind of go perfectly in line with like something like Black Friday sales and things like that, and Steam sales. And so I expect to maybe see this number at around 8 million by February next year.
Yeah.
Which I would see as a success.
Get a little bump with DLC 1.
Right.
Get a smaller bump with DLC 2 when it goes on sale. But what we should also be highlighting, like you said, is the expectations were met, which is a positive. We didn't blow out the expectations of 100 million players like we're going to talk about with EA and Battlefield for the next week, right? But like that was good. Rainbow Six Siege X, that's a conversation here.
Right.
Right? Not
Hit me with
that.
the big dog.
I mean, clearly what they're really nailing is we messed up with the microtransactions, right? We didn't account for X, Y, and Z. All of a sudden, we got the players coming in, and bang, we didn't capitalize on that moment and get into their wallets like we wanted to, and that's why we're talking about it on the financial side. Also, on the gameplay side, right, it is just version 1.2. It's not like we're changing this to Rainbow Six Siege 2, and it's officially a new game, all new maps, and you have to jump onto that. It is still Rainbow Six Siege at its core. How many new players are you really bringing in with this? I'm sure it was enough, but not enough at the same time. And when you don't capitalize on the microtransactions being ready, moment one, and there's a small oversight and you miss out on millions of dollars of revenue off of selling a gun skin, yeah, that one's going to hurt a little bit.
This episode's brought to you by Mood. Let me tell you about the online cannabis company that's revolutionizing how we deal with life's challenges. From sleepless nights to stress-filled days, Mood.com has created an entire line of functional gummies that target specific health concerns with 100% federally legal THC blends. They'll deliver them discreetly right to your doorstep, and you can get 20% off your first order at Mood.com with promo code KINDAFUNNY. I've been having a great time trying out their different gummies and am loving how each one feels. And each one is crafted using federally legal cannabis grown on small, family-owned American farms. No pesticides, no BS, and they can ship to most states in the US. Best of all, not only does Mood stand behind everything with an industry-leading 100-day satisfaction guarantee, but as I mentioned, listeners get 20% off their first order with code KINDAFUNNY. So head to Mood.com, browse their amazing selection of functional gummies, and find the perfect gummy for whatever you are dealing with. And remember to use promo code KINDAFUNNY at checkout to save 20% on your first order. That's Mood.com, MOOD.com, promo code KINDAFUNNY. This episode's brought to you by Factor. Summer is here, baby. That means more sun, more light, but it should not mean more hours inside cooking. That's where Factor comes in. Factor's chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals are ready in just 2 minutes, taking the hassle out of eating well. Multiple people here at Kinda Funny have been loving their experience with Factor, and you can too. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle over summer and beyond. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your summer gains and goals. Choose from options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Factor powers your day, sun up to sundown. With nutritious breakfasts, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts, Factor has your whole day covered. Enjoy more this summer. Get Factor if you want all the flavor and none of the fuss. Get started at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off and use code kindafunny50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code kindafunny50 off at factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off for 50% off plus free shipping.
Yeah, apparently these prepaid cards having more money than they should have had. That's not a fantastic situation. I love that I look up Siege X on Google and I bring up a subreddit post from 4 months ago where a question asks, what is Siege X? I haven't played in a while. Just heard all the Siege X stuff. What is it actually? Is it a new game? Just an update? And the first comment says, I love how you got downvoted for asking a question. Lovely community.
Yeah.
For me, I think I'm more surprised that they are surprised that this didn't blow the doors down. I wouldn't expect this to do a whole lot. Like I don't, when I look at Counter-Strike 2 coming out, that's a big deal for the gaming community because everybody had been playing the first iteration, or was it 1.6 or whatever? You know what I mean? It had been a long time since we'd see a massive visual overhaul.
When you hear they're making a Counter-Strike 2, you're
Right.
like, holy shit, what?
I think of that as a much larger deal than Siege X, which is visual upgrades. We're kind of tuning some things and figuring things out a bit more. But I think I'm more surprised that they look at how Siege X performs and go, fuck, we expected this to kind of kick ass. We really fumbled the ball here. I just don't know what they were expecting, though. I don't really see Siege X as, holy shit, this is the time to bring in a massive player base. This is where we can overtake Valorant or something.
I think they did think that, right? Because as of right now,
I don't know how, though.
You're riding the high off of social media, right? This kid Jinxie is now bringing in thousands upon thousands of views on Twitch, on TikTok. There is now a large audience of younger generations of kids who are now talking about Rainbow Six Siege and want to play this tactical shooter that once was just a little project. It was good, but it wasn't the massive stakes that it was now, right? And now you are really sitting at the dinner table and they're eating, right? Mind you, this game, when you look at Steam charts, 24-hour peak was 95,000 players, right? And there's consoles all over the place.
Great.
There's a lot of people still playing this game.
Jinxie is a console player.
Exactly. So this game is very good, right? There's no question that they have an audience. I think they just flubbed up with the microtransactions. I don't know. I think it's still just a major player. I don't think you can get down on this. You got people playing it. You got the younger audience interested. The question is what is next for Rainbow Six Siege? How do you make a next?
We thought this was going to be it. And I think if anything, when we're talking about Ubisoft struggles and hearing a lot of negative news and layoffs and this game is canceled and this game is on ice, and it's always felt like a barrage of negativity coming from the studio. My whole sticking point was just, you got to double down on Siege. That's your big win, and you double down on it. And I think they did.
They have
with doing this Siege X. You have to make this and continue to make it your main thing. I think maybe they're just looking at it from a monetary, perspective of them saying, yeah, these digital wallet cards were messing up and messing up the income or whatever. But I think Siege X will be fine at the end of the day.
Well, they need Siege X to generate money like Fortnite and Call of Duty Warzone does. That's their aspirational
Valorant.
goal there.
Yeah,
right? It's
Counter-Strike.
how do we take this and make it our golden goose? Because it is one of our top performers. It is one of our flagship titles. We have cut other studios with other games that were Game of the Year nominated, that ran amok with Metacritic scores, but aren't generating money like this could, right? And so now it's just a question of, when I look at X, Y, and Z, how do we do that here? And that's a tough one, as you know, Andy, right? There isn't a bunch of skins that you're putting in the game. Weapon skins now have to have this delicate balance of how much money do you charge for a weapon skin? How much do you put out, right? Because when you talk about Valorant, that's a whole different beast. This isn't Fortnite with Peely and the boys showing up with The Rock and Batman, and I can charge you just $10 a skin, and we do that every single month. This one's well, there's only a set number of characters. How many skins can you really sell at what price? There's only a set number of guns. Okay, how do I make a bunch of money off of that?
Yeah. The fascinating little place that they're in with Siege. And I'm also just, again, looking forward to whatever the future is for Assassin's Creed Shadows.
I would still play that game with you, though, just so you know.
Siege X?
Yeah, I would play Siege.
Me too.
I would play Siege.
I'm not kidding. Me too. Like when I saw Maddock and Kevin Asex log in.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, Siege X is out? I had no damn clue. And I forgot what I was really busy with. According to our friend Chris Anka, you're stuck constantly replaying mid-tier Souls games. And you're starting this negative. I'm not happy with you.
He cuts you enough to make you love him, but also go, that hurt.
I'm not happy with you. Because you continue this narrative.
That you only...
And he's playing Lies of P for the 5th time. I played it twice.
Play Peak with me.
You didn't invite me.
I want you to play Peak with me.
You didn't invite me.
All right, we play Peak.